Hey guys, I was down in New Orleans this past summer, uh, taking some lessons from Tony, and what we were doing at the time was I was playing another student, and Tony was coaching the two of us. Tony's kind of funny. He thinks so quickly. He has so much one pocket experience that he basically just sat here on his phone and looked up and go, okay, do this, and then the next time around, okay, do that, and he was right, but it's kind of right for him at his level. At one point, we get down to this situation. This is my pocket. So we're down to the last ball. Just my pocket. Tony's doing his phone thing, looks up, says, Massey into the short rail, and then kick the eight ball two rails towards your pocket. Okay. Now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to see if I do any worse than I did on my first attempt down there in New Orleans. I don't think I could do worse, but you really never know. Yeah. Down there, I missed the whole damn ball, is what I did. So the gist was this is not, and I really still don't believe this is the correct shot to shoot. But if you have talent like Tony does, then maybe it's not quite as stupid. But you have to mass A and come into this rail pretty darn shallow, so you can get in deep enough to kick the eight this way instead of over there like I just did. And anyway, so that was a good shot. You didn't see that. No, about the same thing. I just said, okay, that's not a shot that I need to know because I'll probably would never have any kind of confidence to shoot it. About 3 months later, I was watching Tony in a pay per view match against somebody, and he had that shot, and he shot the damn ball, did that two rail mass eight kick thing, and put it about 3 inches from his pocket. Okay, fine. I enjoy watching the best players play, but I don't think I enjoy watching them play because I can necessarily learn from them as much. I think it's more of like an inspiration thing. Now, this is how good a pull shooter can be if they work hard and practice and have some ability and all that kind of stuff. Of course, do still learn some things, but I think the main thing I get out of watching those top guys play is just the enjoyment of watching something that's done at a very high level. Uh, any sports fan is probably going to be like that. Of, it, of any sport, of you enjoy watching that kind of stuff. But I watch these guys play, and 90% of the stuff that they shoot, maybe not 90, a lot of the stuff that they shoot is something that is just so far beyond my ability. Sure, I might remember and go, oh, maybe I could mess with that shot and see if I can get any good at that. But usually it's like, oh, that was cool. I wish I was that good, that type of deal. If I want to watch pool to try to learn something, I find that I myself am much better off watching players more like me, closer to my level. I've been watching some videos today on YouTube, uh, Bay Area Pool Masters, and that's a bunch of guys at a pool hall. Some of them better than me, some of them worse than me, but no world beaters that I've seen yet. And they're doing stuff, trying stuff that yeah, I can absolutely see myself trying or see myself doing. And they'll do something, and I'll be like, hey, that was neat. I can probably do that. I just learned that there's a shot that someone at my level can possibly do. I enjoy watching. Like I said, I also enjoy the opportunity to learn new stuff. And so many times watching the top players, there's no learning. There's, oh man, I wish I was that good. Which I guess, a little bit of, you know hurting my confidence a little bit. I'll never be able to do that stupid Mass A two rail kick shot. I'll never be able to do that. But if I see somebody, I'm trying to think of an example, and if I haven't mentioned before, I am horrible at examples. I'll just do one that this guy commented on my last video. I was talking about this bank the 8 back to here, playing one pocket, and safe ways to do it. Mainly, I was talking about pocket speed, bank 8 in that direction, send the cube all over in that area. And he said, well, try two railing, which is like this. Two rail it back like that. And that's absolutely an option. That's the kind of thing that I get out of watching people more at my level. I think it can be useful. I don't have to watch the top guys that may always be above my level of play. I'm trying to be a realist about myself here. I may never be that damn good to do that bullshit Mass A two rail kick stuff. I'd never be that reckless to do that either. But that's kind of a different story. But other shots, sure, I can do things like that. I didn't know this two rail kick. I still don't know it, but I know that it exists. I know that it is in the realm of possibility for someone like me to shoot it. Good shot, Dave. I didn't know that before. I started watching some of these more mid-level players playing. They didn't necessarily have more talent than me, but they had a lot more one pocket knowledge than me. And so I could learn from them. Learn from them pretty darn well in some cases. Way better than going down to New Orleans and spending a bunch of money getting lessons from Tony. That was a good shot. You see that? I was actually really and truly trying that. That one's not going to go in. It didn't hit hard enough. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say on this video. Is I like watching pool at just about all levels. Now, if I found a channel with a bunch of, APA 2s playing at their league match or something, I probably wouldn't watch that. But it wouldn't be because I'm a snob or whatever. It would be because I don't think I'm going to learn anything from watching that. And because I'm not going to be inspired by watching that. But watch people my level, a little bit better, a little bit worse, almost always more experienced at a game like one pocket than me. Yeah, I can learn stuff. Sometimes I can even be inspired. I watch the top guys. I can almost always be inspired. Sometimes learn some things. I don't think it's a good idea to just say, hey, if you're not a top player, I'm not going to waste my time watching you play because you're not a top player. I aspire to be better than you. And, like these guys I was watching today on YouTube, I aspire to be better than those guys that I was watching. But I'm not there yet. I'm not better than those guys. Some of them probably am. But I watched them because I think I've mentioned before that in my career, I never, like when I started playing pool, I didn't go, I want to be as good as Earl Strickland. No, I wanted to be as good as the guy at the next table that was a little bit better than me. And then I got to that point, and then I picked somebody else. Hey, he's a little bit better than me. That's my new goal. That's my new goal. That's my new goal. That way, I have a bunch of little successes instead of the 40, 50-year failure of trying to be as good as Earl Strickland. Might eventually get to it if I live to be 4,000, but probably not. And it's failure, 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 failure. And goals don't mean anything anymore when they're so far off in the distance. You not meeting that goal, it doesn't have any meaning. I think I'm rambling right now. Wait, I can watch these guys on YouTube that I was watching today. Say, yeah, hey, that was cool, and maybe I can learn from that. Maybe I should practice that. That's in my realm of ability. And maybe next time I watch this guy on a match on this particular channel, maybe I'll feel like I'm better than him. One of the guys I watched today, I did not feel like that was the case, but I also didn't feel like I couldn't be that good. Maybe in a relatively short period of time, and a big part of that is because he shot some shots that made me think, hey, that was a really good idea that you did that. So that's all I want to say about this. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Bye, guys. I'm watching the video that you've been watching up there, and I forgot something. So yeah, I'm speaking to you from the future right now, but it's only been about 10 minutes. One of the greatest things for me watching people closer to my level is they're going to screw up. And so they might shoot a shot that I would shoot. I would try it. If they screw it up, then hopefully that sticks in my head and go, man, don't do that. That is a potential problem with that shot, Dave. So I can learn about some shots like I talked about before, but I can also learn about some mistakes and pitfalls that you don't see nearly as often with the top guys playing. Top guys playing don't make as many mistakes, or they would be the top guys. But the people like at my level, sure, we screw up all the time. And somebody probably learned a lot from just watching me try to work my way through some one pocket. They might learn, hey, Dave screwed that up by whatever, doing something stupid probably. So maybe next time I get that shot, I won't screw up the same way. They'll come up with a brand new way to screw up. Maybe they won't screw up at all. Maybe they'll end up being a top player someday. Yeah, I just wanted to put that in this video before I put it out on YouTube. I make the video, and then a few minutes later, I think, oh shit, I gotta say this other thing. So I just said the other thing, and now it's been like another 5 minutes, and I've got to say something else. I should just remake the whole damn video, but I'm not going to because I made that 4-railer, and I thought that was cool. So another nice thing about watching players closer to my level is sometimes they do something good. They do well, and I think, well, heck, if he can make that shot, I can make that shot. I mean, if I'm watching Federer do something, odds are pretty decent that I'm not going to go, well, hell, Federer can make it. I know I can. No. But if I see Joe Blow, who I think I'm probably better than because I've been watching him on YouTube, but he makes a really good shot, like, yeah, I can do that too. A million years ago, I put some videos out on YouTube. They're like my oldest YouTube videos, way before I started trying to do this stuff, in earnest. And a lot of it was just, I make a bunch of banks in a row, or maybe have a good run in one pocket or something like that. And I said back then, and I still say it, that I don't put things like that out on my channel because I'm trying to show off or get some attaboys or whatever, or have everybody think, oh, he's a really good player. No, I do that because I want somebody to watch that and go, well, hell, if he can do that, if somebody like me can do that, especially banks, because I never banked for 20 years, if I can do it, then just about anybody on earth can do it. That's why I started putting things like that up there. Was I guess maybe to inspire people. That might be a little bit too strong of a word, but it was hey, I can if I can do this, you can do it. And there are people that knew me in Omaha or know me from Omaha or from Seattle that are just astonished that I can bank a ball. And sometimes I can bank pretty well. So they could be watching that and go, hell, if Dave of all people can bank 9 in a row, then maybe I can bank 9 in a row and get them out there doing it, get them trying because they're not trying to. Well, they see me do it, and like I said, and they realize they can most likely do it too because there ain't nothing special about me. That's for damn sure. I am really going to try to not add any more stuff to this video now.